everyone else or for ourselves later. That there is only so much happiness to go around, that we are only allowed so much in a lifetime. That sense of scarcity rears up whenever you start thinking that because you had a good day, something bad is going to happen tomorrow. That isn't how the universe works. Yes, the universe is probably cold and indifferent, but here's the upside of that. It isn't keeping tabs on your allocated supply of happiness. There's plenty to go around, and we can make more. Which isn't to say that you need to be happy all the time, or that as an agent of joy, it's your mission to make other people happy and joyful all the time. It isn't. That wouldn't make you an agent of joy and compassion. It would make you annoying. Being an agent of joy does not mean denying sadness or grief or pain or loss or anger or self-doubt. It does not mean encouraging the people we care about to deny their sadness or grief, because that simply doesn't work. I mean, think back to high school. When you got dumped, and your parents or some other well-meaning adult told you it was really okay, and everything was going to be fine, and you should get over it. There are plenty of more fish in the sea or whatever. Did it actually help you feel any better? Of course not. And there's a reason for that. A few years ago, Oliver Burkeman wrote what may be my favorite titled book of all time, The Antidote: Happiness for People Who Can't Stand Positive Thinking. To write the book, Burkeman read and interviewed philosophers, psychologists, and other wise and smart people, and found a consensus among them. The effort to try to feel happy is often precisely the thing that makes us miserable. What struck him, though, is that they didn't find this conclusion depressing. They saw it as the answer. That to be happy, we have to learn to enjoy uncertainty, embrace insecurity, stop trying to think positively, become familiar with failure, even learn to value death. In short, all these people seem to agree that in order to be truly happy, we might actually need to be willing to experience more negative emotions, or at least to learn to stop running from them quite so hard. All those so-called negative emotions are part of who we are. Denying or ignoring them is denying or ignoring part of ourselves. And as Burkeman put it in his book, as much as we like to hear positive messages about ourselves, we crave even more strongly the sense of being a coherent, consistent self in the first place. So yes, Oscar is dying. It hurts. It's reduced me to sobs at least 3 times in the last few months. And still, there can be joy. It is not the joy we used to share. There's no running, no fetch, not even fetch by Oscar's rules. But I can watch him sleep contentedly. I can slip him a few pieces of roast beef every now and then. I can hold him in my arms. Feel him relax. And know that he still draws comfort from my touch, from my presence. That is joy. And sorrow. From, as Khalil Gibran phrased it in our chalice lighting, the self saying well. And how else can it be? Being an agent of joy doesn't mean you should deny anger or sadness or fear or anxiety. Those things are real, more palpable for some of us on some days than others. Trying to pretend they aren't there won't make us happier. It just makes us feel like we're supposed to be happy and failing. And that, my agents of joy, is not your mission. Your mission isn't to deny that there is pain in the world. There is. It is not to deny that there is injustice. There is. It is not to deny that there is anger and fear. There is. But that is not all there is. The author and essayist, and I'm not sure how she pronounces her name, Anais Nin, wrote, "We don't see things as they are. We see them as we are." If what we are is angry or afraid, then we will see anger and fear everywhere. But if what we are is open to joy, not constantly joyful, mind you, but merely open to joy, then when we look at the world, we will see the pain and loss that is there. But we will also see the love, the compassion, the hope, the joy. And that, my fellow agents, is your mission, should you choose to accept it.